You're listening to Blue Pigment Podcast. Please tell me what you think of the new intro music. This is being brought to you by a friend of mine called Ryan Libby. His DJ name is Libs. So if you like what you're hearing, go to SoundCloud and search for Libs, L-I-B-S. Blue Pigment Podcast aims to provide a platform for talented members of the armed forces, their families, veterans and reserves, so that we can highlight what characters and talents there are within the military and give these people the boost that they deserve, or that their art form deserves, so that they can be heard, be recognised, and it can all start here on Blue Pigment Podcast. Hey y'all, it's me, Ash. I hope you're well. Let me just get this right. All right, so podcast is moving in a few different directions, and I wanted to break the news to you now that where I want to go and what I want to do on the next and up and coming episodes is go towards more visual. So get out of my comfort zone, come onto the camera, show you a few bits, and if I've got some videos and some footage of the talent that I want to show you lined up, I can actually get you just see those particular people. Obviously security sensitive. If there's anyone that's still serving, I'll have to maybe use their episode as an audio file. Anyone that's ex-forces and wants to be highlighted and displayed in that way, then I can get the camera out, do a bit of more of a visual, get it on YouTube so you can follow along in the car on the usual podcast providing apps, but you can also get on YouTube and see who it is that's singing and see what they're all about. Follow the links easier to their sites and all that sort of stuff, so you can really get a gist of the veterans and the creative community within the forces. So with that said, another thing I'm going to be doing soon is, this is going to be episode 19. Episode 20 is going to be the last episode of this season. So once that episode's done and dusted, I'm going to take a break for a time being. I'm going to try and plug the talent that I've found so far as much as possible. And as I plug this talent and hopefully, gain some sort of momentum, gain some boosts, and hopefully get a few of these talents to connect and to be able to work with some other departments, some other people along the way. That'd be fantastic. I'd love to be able to do that and help anyone that wants to be highlighted and displayed in that way. This episode, a lot of you have also seen that I do a lot of work with Military Veterans Creative Arts. Fantastic organization. They are a C.I.C, or a community interest company. And the CEO of that is a girl or lady called Suzie Stanford. Absolutely phenomenal. This woman deserves a medal. The work she's done and the time that she's put into helping veterans mentally, helping veterans mentally through the creativity, or even if it's not mentally, that she's just been there to guide them through a creative mentor, if you like. Awesome person. Great. I'm so glad that someone suggested her in a comments section on the Facebook post I put. Get in touch with Suzie Stanford. Got in touch with her. Best thing I've done. The amount of content that she's allowed me to use to highlight some of the veterans that she's found and given them a platform for them to display their art is awesome. And I'm so glad I found her and got her on board. So season 1 has kind of been like a trial run, and I've managed to find a bunch of talent, which is phenomenal, and get them onto the podcast and display them, which is great. And I really feel from the feedback I've had that this is a needed process, to people to be able to express themselves audially or visually, or in writing, in pictures, in artwork, is really good for mental health. So I'm glad that I'm getting that sort of feedback, that I'm doing a good thing, and I'm really grateful for that kind of feedback. So thank you. And yeah, so this season will end, a new season will begin. There are a lot of cool stuff I've got lined up for the next season. I want to go, like I said, more visual, trying to get some sponsors to help us out and help us along the way. I've already got one that is not really a sponsor, but he's a friend of mine. He owns the brand Huscarl, and he's going to send me a bunch of t-shirts because I really love his artwork. The artwork that is on his website, so huscarl.co.uk. That's HUSCARL.co.uk. Go there, have a look at his artwork, or go on Instagram, find him on there, have a look at what the artwork that he's created. Absolutely phenomenal. Without a shadow of doubt, there is a picture on there that you will love, guaranteed. So yeah, I'm going to be working a bit closer to him because I want to boost up his brand that he's created. And I want to continue working with Military Veterans Creative Arts, and also try and, during this break, or in the break between the two seasons, is try and create more of a hype, more of a boost for the talent that I've already found. So yeah, that's the direction I want to head. More visuals, more. Also, I want to do some more interviews. So actually discuss the benefits of creativity, discuss the benefits of being true to yourself, and coming out of your shell and being yourself, and the benefits of that. So that's what I've got lined up for next season. If you want to come on the show, if you're a psychologist or psychiatrist or a creative person and you wanted to express your creativity and how that's helped you, I would love to have you on a show. That'd be awesome to get you over here. But for this episode, I've got a guy called David Lilburn, or Lilburn's MBE. Good on you, mate. And he's a songwriter, so he's written quite a few songs. I've got them lined up for you now. The first one is called Dear Mum. Have a listen, have a look. And then on the one of the following videos, it's called Remembrance Day, or Remembrance Parade. And that has got a really cool video in it, and definitely want to follow along with it and listen to the lyrics, listen to what's being described. It actually choked me up quite a bit listening to that. David Lilburn MBE is a former bootneck, former Royal Marine. So happy to have him on the show, and just to show that, just like the Parachute Regiment, just like the Royal Marines, just like the Angulans I've had on here and other units I've had on, they come across as, everyone comes across as this tough guy. But when you take that mask off, we all have emotions, we all have sensitivities in our life, and let's display it. Let's wear our hearts on our sleeve so that other people can wear their hearts on the sleeve, and show that it's normal and it's fine to do that. Anyway, let's have the first song, which is Dear Mum.
my friend. You see, in battle, happen to lose an arm. My son, don't be afraid to bring him home with you. He could stay and visit just for a day or two. But Mom, I'd like to bring him home with me to live with us just like a family. I'd like to bring him home with me. Mom, I'd like to bring him home with me. Before you give an answer, there's something I must say, my friend. Fought in battle in which he lost a leg today. My son, I'm so sorry, but my answer to you is no. Your father and I couldn't cope with this, even though we love you so. I'm sorry, but you can't bring him home, even though we love you so. I'm sorry, but I can't bring him home, even though we love you so. Sometime a letter came saying their son was sadly dead. And when they read the cause of death, suicide it said. Sometime later, when the coffin came wrapped up with the Union flag, they saw their son lying there without an arm or leg. Now he's finally coming home to you. Oh, he's finally coming home to you. And now he's finally coming home to you. He's finally coming home to you. Ooh, coming home to you. He's finally coming home to you.
undeniable talent there. Not just the songwriting and the lyrics within that song, but the singer. Her name is Stevie Boreham. You want to check out more of work that's similar to that, go over to Military Veterans Creative Arts YouTube channel, and there are plenty of work on there that you can see the similar sort of thing. Whilst we're here, I'm going to do my first patron shout out to Ollie O. I'm not going to give your full name away. You know who you are. Hey, thank you for your support and supporting the podcast. Anyone else wants to go and support the podcast, go to patreon.com/Blue Pigment. Fantastic. I'm so glad I've got Ollie as a patron. He is a awesome guy, a real go-getter, a real friend. Like I know this guy. I've known him from old. Love the guy. Fantastic person. And if ever, I probably wouldn't have him on the show to do an interview. He knows too much about me. Nah, he's a real cool chap. Looking forward to seeing him. Actually, he's doing me a favor and helping me out with some work that I've got going on. Ollie, thanks for becoming a patron. I look forward to seeing you soon. You're a top guy, despite what everyone else says. I think you're all right. Yeah, anyone else who knows Ollie O, won't give his full name away. Ollie, nice to have you on board. Thank you very much. Okay. The formalities done. I want to introduce the next song, and again, it's written by the same guy, David Lilburn, MBE, cool chap, and make sure you just pay attention to the lyrics. The lyrics are what are really important in this next song. It's called Remembrance Parade.
The Remembrance Parade was over. The soldier had done his best. His feet ached from the long march. It was time to sit and rest. He made his way to an old park bench where he sat with lowered head. A young lad passing saw him and went up and quietly said,
"Sir, do you mind if I ask, what are your medals for? Did you get them for being a hero, for fighting in the wars?"
The old soldier called him over. He told the lad to sit. Of course the lad accepted, but he had not expected this. "Firstly, I am not a hero," said the soldier in quiet tone, "but I serve with many heroes, the ones that never came home. So when you talk of heroes, there is something you should understand. The greatest of all my heroes gave their lives defending this land."
The medals are worn in their honour. It's a mark of my respect. All soldiers wear them on Remembrance Day. It shows we don't forget.
The old soldier rose back to his feet and he asked the boy to stand. He removed the medals carefully and placed them in his hand. He told him, "You can keep them to treasure throughout your life, a reminder of all those left behind who made the sacrifice."
Now the young lad, he was speechless. He didn't know what to say. It was there the soldier left him, going quietly on his way.
In the distance the young lad saw him and the soldier waved goodbye. He sat alone upon the bench, tears welled in his eyes. He never again would see him, but remembered him with pride. When the soldier told of heroes and the young lad sat and cried.
And the soldier told of heroes, and a young lad sat and cried.
Ooh.
how crazy cool was that? Like the effort that had gone into making that video, making that song, you know, getting all those people involved. That's an absolute tribute to, you know, soldiers around the world, and especially, you know, British soldiers and the remembrance parades that we have, and that's sort of like the culture of Britain on, you know, the 11th to the 11th and the 11th hour every year. It's just phenomenal turnout. You know, I'm so grateful for the amount of people that truly believe in remembrance, because like I've said in previous episodes, Remembrance Day isn't just about remembering the sacrifices that have been made, which is the primary point, but it also gives us a chance to reflect on the past so that we can be more mindful in the future and not, you know, as a nation or as a species of humans, not make the same mistakes in the future. So Remembrance Day has such a great place in society, in our culture, and needs to be embraced by everyone. If you're the sort of person that doesn't embrace Remembrance Day, you're not a friend to me. But if you haven't done it before and you now realize what it's all about, go to Remembrance Parade, get amongst it. Okay, see these veterans, see these people, what they've been through, see their stories, what they've sacrificed for, you know, for your future and for the future of this country and other countries and freedom around the world. And not just the veterans, you know, we're remembering the ones that aren't with us anymore because they made the ultimate sacrifice for everyone else's benefit. Great song there. I think that originated as a poem, and Suzie Stanford and Military Veterans Creative Arts made it into a song, made it into a you know, what you've just seen there. Incredible, awesome, real awesome stuff. Thank you for sending me that. Thank you for getting involved in my evolution of this podcast. Like I said, this is the second to last episode of this season, and next season I'm going to really hype it up and try and really, you know, give yourself something to look forward to on season 2. But that's all I've got time for this episode. I've got one more episode to give you before I call it quits on this season. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. And if you do or don't like the visual side of things, let me know. It's a podcast, so visual is not the primary target audience. It's an audio, you know, mostly audio format stuff. So if you want to just stick to audio stuff, that's cool. But the reason I wanted to get myself in front of the camera is to get used to it before I start doing interviews, which is what's coming in season 2. Stay tuned, stay loyal. Go to patreon.com/Blue Pigment, become a patron, support the podcast, and I'll bring you as much content as I can. And some real talent is on its way to you shortly. Thanks, Len. I'll see you or hear from you soon.
The opinions expressed on this podcast are solely of my own or the guests, and do not express the views or opinions of anyone else or Ministry of Defence.